This is Accounting 1, Chapter 11, Lesson number 5, Correcting Errors in the Subsidiary Ledger Accounts. Sometimes you may make an error whenever you're recording your information into the subsidiary ledgers that do not affect the general ledger controlling account. For example, a sale on account may have been recorded to the wrong customer in the sales journal. Maybe the column total posted from the sales journal to the general ledger is correct, but we put it in the wrong customer's ledger page. The accounts receivable account will show the correct balance, however the two customer accounts show incorrect balances. So that's going to make one of our customers pretty upset if he shows he owes more money than he believes he does. So on December the 10th, we discovered that a sale on account to Cumberland Center on December the 3rd was incorrectly charged to the account of Country Crafters. The total was $410. We have now issued a memorandum number 56. So Country Crafters is pretty upset because they have $412 showing on their account that they did not buy. So we need to take it off of Country Crafters and put it onto Cumberland Center. So the way we're going to record that, first of all, we have to record it in our general journal before we can ever go to the ledger page and fix it. So in our general journal, we had charged it to Country Crafters. Remember, whenever we charge to an accounts payable is an asset. So if we're increasing it, we increase it with a debit. So we increased Country Crafters with a debit whenever we did it wrong, so we need to take it off by making it a credit. Cumberland Center should have a debit on it, which it didn't, so we're going to do it the way we should have done it in the first place and put Cumberland Center with a debit. Now remember, whenever you're writing in your general journal, it is a customary accounting procedure to always list your debit first. So we write the date, the name of the correct customer, the memorandum number, the amount for the debit that should have happened. Then we're going to write the name of the incorrectly charged customer and the amount, and that's it. So now that we recorded that one, we need to post it to their individual ledger pages. When you're doing accounting, you should not take your pencil and erase information, because if you're ever audited, they may come back and say, why was this changed? Why was this erased? What happened? That's why we did the memorandum. We recorded it in the general journal, and we're actually making another entry on their ledger page so that there is always a paper trail explaining what has happened. With one exception, the steps for posting the journal entry to the correct customer account are the same as posting other transactions. However, the diagonal line is not needed in the post-reference column to separate the reference of the general ledger and subsidiary ledger. Typically, we would have had accounts payable / Cumberland Center, and then we would have had a slash over here and posted the amount twice, but because we already correctly put it to accounts payable, we don't have to fix that. We just have to fix the customer's name. So we're going to begin by writing the date. We'll start with the Cumberland Center was the 10th. Where did the information come from? It comes from General 12, so General 12. The amount, should be a debit of $410. And then we find their new balance. Because we had a debit balance, we now have a new debit because Cumberland Center charged this. They now owe us a debit balance of $570. We will take their account number 120, put it back up here on the post-reference line. We'll go to the Country Crafters ledger. We write the date of the 10th. Where did the information come from? It is General 12. This is a credit of $412. You'll see here's our incorrect entry. Yes, it would have been easy to erase it, but we want to show that paper trail. So we're going to put a credit of $412. We had a debit. Now we have a credit, so we're going to subtract. So their balance that they actually owe us is $1,222.18. That is how to correct an entry that you did wrong. Okay, so for audit your understanding questions. What is the source document for correcting entry affecting a customer account? What did we put here? What did we prepare to make sure that this happened correct? We did a memorandum. Number 2, how does a correcting entry affecting customer accounts impact the general ledger accounts? It did not affect the general ledger accounts. The general ledger account would have been called accounts receivable. We did that one correctly, so just because we had a customer, we messed up on which customer it went to, we do not have to change anything with the general ledger accounts. Number 3, how does posting a correcting entry how does posting a correcting entry affecting customer accounts differ from recording other general journal entries that might impact subsidiary ledger accounts? That's where I just explained. This is only a reference to the subsidiary account is entered in the post reference column of the general journal. So we did not have the slash with the other account titled here. Okay, now you're ready to do work together 11.5.